so far. No punches thrown with any real intent.
Nunes will normally keep his hands high, and he's doing that in this fight for the most part so far. Nunes, look for the uppercut from him.
Nunes cut off the ring right away, so that shows you he's comfortable in there. Nunes his way around the ring.
Nunes stepped in there from a body shot in. Double jab from Davis. It is a very effective jab.
I think, guys, that Nunes body language tells you that. You know, like I think it allowed Davis to say, okay, let me see what this guy brings. And he's coming forward. Let me try to time him a little bit. And start to get closer.
Yeah, he did get there with a left hand just a moment ago.
Keep him up, keep him up. Time!
Let's talk about the keys to victory.
There's the body language of Davis is to kind of be the bully right now.
He doesn't just get you hard.
He makes him miss that shot. Yeah. That was a good shot right there.
And I think the way that looked is what made, and then that other left hand is what made Harvey Doc.
But you see right there, he's looking to smother. Right now, as Harvey Doc steps in, he's looking to step in and smother.
So that is how the numbers shake themselves out. This is for the...
If they creep. I gave you both instructions. I want to remind you, fight fair, fight hard, fight clean, listen and obey my commands all the time, protect yourself at all times. Good luck to both of you.
Percentage, Yuriokis Gamboa looking to shock the world. We are underway here in Atlanta. Losses to Terrence Crawford and Robinson Castellanos. There's a big straight left that backed up Gamboa, followed by a big right hook. There's a straight left that caught the attention of the Cuban. Here's that right to the body. A straight left, down goes Gamboa on a heavy straight left. Davis is coming forward, a big straight left. They're talking about the shoe of Gamboa is an issue. Something about the shoe. There's a big straight left, but a right by Gamboa. Gamboa caught Davis. Gamboa came into this fight as we straight left. Two big straight lefts that backed up Gamboa. Stopping him in his tracks, another one. It's like target practice now by Davis. Four straight lefts, power punches. Davis. Well, Gamboa withstood the barrage in the third. Round 4 comes to a close. Good left uppercut to the body that stopped Gamboa. Big straight left with Gamboa through a right hand. Big straight left backing up Gamboa, but Gamboa not to be deterred. Davis is so strong and quick, and he throws in machine gun bursts. Big left uppercut connecting. Two big uppercuts by Davis as Gamboa retreats. A big shot by Davis. Davis now teeing off on Gamboa. Gamboa might be hurt. Holding on to the top rope. A big left uppercut connecting. Heavy shots from Gervonta Davis. A right hook. Oh my, look at this onslaught by the 25-year-old. There's a wicked left hook by Gervonta Davis. Gamboa, another big heavy shot. Davis, big straight left. Down goes Gamboa again. And Track Reese, one of the best referees, if not the best referee in the world, watching the action. But it may appear as if Gamboa lumbering, but he gets clipped. Gamboa in a world of trouble. Davis teeing off on him. Final stages, couple of straight lefts. Gamboa retaliates with the right. Big straight left from Davis, and that ends the 10th. His ring generalship and how savvy is a straight left. That connected, big right hook. Gamboa got caught again. Davis trying to finish off Gamboa. And Davis. Oh, big straight left that backed up Gamboa. Davis trying to finish off the former world champion. That was a slip. Big straight left, a couple big shots. Davis trying to finish off Gamboa. Over missiles, down goes Gamboa. And this one is over. Gervonta Davis with the finish of Yuriokis Gamboa.
They're not huge edges, but the height and reach for...
You received the pre-fight instruction, recibiste las instrucciones. Protect yourself, protégete todo el tiempo. Give me a clean fight, una pelea limpia. Buena suerte, good luck.
And he just called out one of the biggest punchers in Gervonta Davis. There's a reason. Davis is Mike Tyson's favorite fighter. And this is round number 1. Davis is dangerous for the first 6 rounds and then begins to fade. That's where Santa Cruz wants to bring Davis, is into the deeper waters.
It came at a time when Santa Cruz was being aggressive.
You can't fight him on the inside.
It was a jab that
Russ, get back up.
kind of off the top of their feet, but it was their feet that created the...
And the just over 9,000 fans in attendance. If the introductions were any indication, all the fans may be cheering on both fighters. Great start here. We saw at the weigh-in, he had added muscle, and that does not seem to be the case against definitely a more compact, harder puncher, but Santa Cruz is not the smaller guy in this one. Spent 15 weeks in Las Vegas at the Mayweather boxing gym, said that he would like to hold all of his camps there because of the lack of distractions and the ability to focus. But Santa Cruz now, Davis with some of those shots.
It's a combination punch against Santa Cruz. When he is at his best, those combinations flow, but there's that left uppercut from Davis.
It was the estimable Emmanuel Stewart who said knockout salad. Knockouts have been Davis' calling card. He loves to pump up the volume, and there again, Davis comes back with a couple of left hands, goes to the body.
That's what we need. And look at the difference. When Davis is the aggressor, you see a totally different fight going towards Davis. So Santa Cruz has to keep Davis out of that reach.
Both fighters headlining their first pay-per-view here tonight. Davis versus Santa Cruz. There, Santa Cruz digging to the body. Meanwhile, Davis looking for the angle for that uppercut.
Don't pull back!
You don't always see Davis in that kind of defensive posture that he's in with his hands really high.
While you're working with Floyd Mayweather, you better learn defense.
There you go!
And there's Santa Cruz through the right, and Davis now loading up again with the left uppercut. By Davis, but Santa Cruz still looking to establish the jab, and he's getting it.
And even when he doesn't throw, you can see he's ready to throw.
Double jab, then the left hand downstairs by Davis avoids those punches from Santa Cruz, and again stabs Santa Cruz in the belly with the left. There's a jab to the midsection by Davis.
One of the weapons that Santa Cruz has found in this fight, and he wants to get back to it, is his own left hook, which is not normally his money punch, but he's kind of found a home for it.
In the counter, left hand glances off the rib cage of Santa Cruz.
I see blood, Tank! I see blood!
And another counter left.
I see blood!
Santa Cruz delivers away.
Yeah, everything's fast! Really good work from Santa Cruz. He's investing on the body, and that's something you want to do, especially in this 6th round. going into a fight because as the game plan that he mentioned is to pressure Tank Davis even more.
You know, they are so convinced in that corner that after the 6th, 7th round, they're going to own Davis. They better hope that that's the case.
Yes.
But he is doing some fantastic work here, Santa Cruz.
They both are chucking leather, and a mark now, a mouse beginning to form under the right eye of Gervonta Davis. So they are throwing punches and bunches here in the 6th.
And that's courtesy of a couple of those left hooks that Santa Cruz has landed.
Santa Cruz putting together his combinations. There's that lead left uppercut on the inside by Davis.
I was just going to say, Leo Santa Cruz do that? No.
Don't be ridiculous, huh?
There's a left hand by Davis. Under a minute left in the 6th. Davis now putting together. Santa Cruz standing there, taking it. And coming forward. Punches on the toe. Scintillating stuff here in the 6th round. Gervonta Davis, Leo Santa Cruz, two champions with the hearts of champions.
If Davis thought Santa Cruz was going to fast from his... And in that round in which Santa Cruz had done so much good work, there's that left uppercut. A counter punch that just was devastating. A good portion of this fight, and they felt that if he'd gotten through these rounds, he was going to do well in the second half of the fight, but it was not to be. The power of Davis, too much for him.
Protect yourselves at all times and listen to my commands. I want to remind you, we got a lefty against a righty, so watch the headbutts, watch the feet, gentlemen. Touch gloves. Back to your corner, gentlemen. Ready?
The bell and round one. Davis, the southpaw, in the white with yellow and silver trunks. Barrios in pink and blue with gold trim. In 24 bouts, Davis has never faced a foe as tall as Barrios or with as long a reach. He's on a 15-fight KO streak. In fact, the last fight to hear the final bell.
Leo Santa Cruz, of course, much smaller than Barrios, tried to push Davis back.
Davis double pumps the jab, just looking to use it as a range fighter, trying to find a way to close the distance.
We haven't seen him even try that punch yet against Davis.
Davis has found a home for the left to the body and then upstairs. Davis's move up 2 weight classes, nails a 1-2. Now the hand speed of Davis on display.
Davis has started to fight. He's getting closer with that left hand.
Final 30 seconds of the 3rd round. Davis, a belt holder at 130, secondary title at 135. So many mouth-watering matchups to be made at 135.
And the left hand twice got in for Davis.
There's a right hand to the body by Barrios.
And it all came from taking the jab away.
Yes.
You take the jab away, you were at a good range there. You let go of the left, Davis. There it is.
There's a left hand that lands for Davis.
Barrios is leaning in just a little bit more in this round. He's making himself a little bit more of an appealing target.
Good head movement and footwork by Barrios to avoid Davis' attack. Davis still putting on the pressure. There's a right hook to the body by Davis. Left hand upstairs. Under 20 seconds left here in the 5th. Barrios beginning to feel the pressure of Gervonta Tank Davis. Thudding shot. Barrios comes back with one to the body.
And of course,
Left hand lands for Davis. Left hand for Davis. Under 20 seconds left here in the 6th round. Barrios continues to fire back as well. Goes downstairs, left hook and a right hand to the body.
get into a better position to throw power punches.
Trying to counter Barrios, trying to time Barrios as Barrios goes to the body with the left hook. Straight left, the lead left lands for Davis. Pot shotting with the left in the final minute of the 7th.
First left uppercut we've seen Davis try it and almost got there.
You got to change the jab here and there for Barrios. You can't just throw it straight all the time. Oh.
Double jab followed by the left hand from Davis, and again, the crowd erupts. And yet punches remain at a premium as we go to round 8.
Right there. Barrios got tired against Akhmedov. Tank Davis has had some stamina issues a little bit, even though he knocked out Gamboa.
Yeah, issues on the scale.
Yeah.
Right, but oh my! Wow!
Right hook! A monstrous shot by Davis!
And look at the first knockdown from Davis, throwing that right hook and landing it perfectly. That's a weapon we hadn't seen yet in this fight from him, and he led with the right hook. And
Gervonta Tank Davis brought his power to 140, and Mario Barrios has been dealt twice in round 8.
6, 7, 8. You okay? You want to continue? Come here.
A volcanic eruption here in Atlanta as Davis continues to dominate on Mario Barrios. Can Barrios survive the round?
Yeah, if you're Davis, you just want to unload on Barrios right
well,
now.
now we will know what happens when Davis hits him well.
Stand up to this onslaught from Tank Davis. Burning shots out of the right. Feel like they contain plutonium, but Barrios looking to survive the final 45 seconds. Davis is bludgeoning Barrios here in the 8th, but Barrios trying to fight back.
Barrios holding his own. He's holding his ground.
The left uppercut misses. The right did it for Davis. And you're right, Barrios holding his ground. The Aztec warrior. The give and take. Terrific stuff here. And Barrios continues to work the body as Davis navigates his way in. Fires off that right hook.
That was a little low by Barrios.
Under a minute left here in the 10th. Wow. Left to the liver by Davis.
Barrios was winning that round, but then Davis hurt him.
The exchange of body shots and then another thudding left that scores for Davis. Momentary respite for Barrios as action resumes. Davis double jab left hand.
That was his monstrous left hook, and give Davis credit for taking that punch.
And Davis walking forward, walking through fire. Left uppercut, right hook lands.
It almost seems like Davis is looking for a knockout.
Right hand to the body by Barrios.
Ooh, body shot.
Barrios is down again. 3rd time in the arm.
5, 6, 7, 8. You okay? Come here. Protect yourself, all right? Let's go.
Warrior summoning that inner resolve. Davis unloads the left. Got Barrios a double number. It's over. It's over. Gervonta.
And Abner, here's where we see the stoppage.
Barrios was just not expecting that.
Well under the 135-pound limit. He feels he is ready, had a great training.
Going over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
And here we go, round 1. 18,970 people on hand. A record-setting crowd at Barclays Center.
Well, Romero has 52 seconds to see if he can make his prediction come true.
Davis's prediction was we'll see what happens in round 2. Just showed the left hand and then just pawed with it.
Only 22 punches thrown in round 1.
Isn't that interesting? And we expected a war right at the get-go. And a good shot by Davis and a good counter. Davis whooping at Rose.
He said it may take me a couple rounds to figure out his awkward style.
Yeah, I think the way these first round and minute have gone is there's a healthy respect from either guy.
We talked about the jab that Romero's using, really effective.
Combination from Romero, but nothing serious. Right hand was caught by the glove of Davis.
This fight early on is looking to be the simple equation. The left hook of Davis, or of Romero as he comes in, and Davis looking to counter him with his straight left.
That was caught in the gloves.
Romero able to get that hook in there.
Yes, he did.
Do not let it go until you're sure you're going to let it.
Davis, neither one of those any damage. Right hand a little short from Romero, and the left hand likewise from Davis.
Davis is not using, well, there he did. I was going to say he's not using the jab to pave his way in, but he did do it there. That left just barely missed from Davis.
Yes, it did. He's been just short a couple of times.
There's a little blood, I think, around the forehead of Davis, maybe from a clash of heads. Some kind of mark there.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
Kind of an indication that he felt a little strength from Romero. Ooh, that left by Davis. Man, he threw it with bad intentions.
Yes, he did.
Just couldn't quite get there. Davis is leading off with the left hand and lunging a little bit, leaving himself a little open for a counterpunch. He might want to jab his way over.
There's a left hand from Davis, but again, it was a little short. There was a good left hand. Caught on the side of the head.
Okay? This is the last
Getting
time,
a warning
right?
from Field.
Yeah, second warning. Good body shot. Ripped the left hand of the body.
And he's using his pawing jab to try and set that up.
No, you're right, because in previous fights we've seen that he seems kind of awkward, but in this fight he's not looking.
There's a big left hand! And down goes Romero! It's over! That's it! No more!
He did indeed, and what he'll do here is just counter left hand as Romero came in squared up, and Davis hit him. And you know, Davis thought Romero would make a mistake and he would make him pay ultimately in this fight. That's exactly what happened. Now Romero did beat the count. Now here we're going to see that counter left hand again. Right hand very low for Romero.
Right in the chin, cross-eyed. I mean, his body, his legs were gone.
Just a perfect punch. I mean, the perfect punch.
Great counter right hand.
Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Go back to your corners.
I informed him who you were.
But in this case, Garcia is the
Okay, gentlemen, belt lines on both sides are good. You got my instructions in the back. Protect yourselves at all times, listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to corner, gentlemen.
The bell, round number 1.
Yeah, Davis has to be careful. He was looking at the referee. You got to protect yourselves at all time.
And he just ducked underneath that left hook, but got cut. Oh! What a shot! What a missile strike by Davis! And just like that,
by Garcia, and Davis with the right hand. Oh, right uppercut from Garcia. Let's see if Garcia, what he does with his right hand and why that left hand is there. Through a left hook.
Keep him busy, but don't overcommit or do not force something that is not there.
So quick with that lead left hand from the hip. Gervonta Tank Davis.
And to answer that, Al, it's only if Davis throws a lazy jab. That's when you want to take it a little step back and counter him with that hook. But right now, Davis is really fast with that jab. Yeah, he didn't overcommit it. He feinted. He didn't see anything. He didn't take it, and then he took it because he saw it. So that's how you do it.
There's a left hook, check hook by Garcia. Coming up on the final 30 seconds of the third. Davis putting on the pressure. And Davis responds with a straight left to the midsection. Good job of feinting by Davis and able to pull counter like Floyd Mayweather Jr.
And the way this fight is being fought, the Garcia left hook is not a factor right now. And that's a problem for him because that is the weapon.
A minute left in the fourth, scheduled for 12 at a contract weight of 136 pounds. Lead left hand to the breadbasket, scores for Davis. There's the right hand from Garcia.
And it's a lead right hand. You want to follow it up with the hook.
Davis continues to win the foot battle. Keeping his lead foot to the outside of Ryan Garcia. Closing the distance for his trademark left. And there it is. Trying to create an angle.
Tank Davis is really smart. He saw that Garcia was letting go of the right hand, and he was trying to time that right hand.
Davis getting the left hand in again as Garcia came in. That was a lead left, and you see Garcia kind of...
This is boxing. Look at the angles. Look at he's placing his foot where he wants to. He let go of his hands when he needs to.
He's a power punching counter puncher, Abner.
Yeah, he's pressuring, but he's not letting go of the jab. He's got to jab a little bit more.
And of course, if you're Ryan Garcia, you still believe that you can turn this, even though you might be losing some rounds.
There's that left hook that landed, and that one just missed, but Garcia shows up as Davis lands the left, goes to the body, under a minute left in the fifth.
Yeah, Joe Guzman has done a really good job with Ryan Garcia.
And Calvin Ford has done an exceptional job with Gervonta Tank Davis. Remember, Davis did fight in January against Hector Luis Garcia. Garcia decided to forego a final fight, was supposed to fight Macedo Gesta before this fight, said, no, I'll wait for the biggest fight of my life, thank you very much.
Yeah, and you know, those right hands Garcia landed were good ones, and Davis now moving forward because he wants to try and take the play away.
And then Garcia came back with the right hands in round 6, so I have it 58-55 Davis, the halfway mark.
Straight left hand lands for Davis.
The first left hooks, and that wasn't a dynamite left hook, but it was one of the few left hooks he's been able to get in.
Another left hook and a right hand by Garcia. And now, Garcia forced to take a knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow.
Quick body punch that ended this fight. There it is, the straight left hand down to the body. And you're right, in real time it was hard to see, but at this juncture, Ryan Garcia just couldn't sustain from it. And, you know, Garcia lands good body punches in fights and has scored knockdowns with him, and here's an example.
Abner, have you inspiring talk about what this must be like?
I have. Any fighter that's out there
sustain, and this is a fascinating turn of events because it didn't look like he was even positioned, Davis, to get a lot of leverage on that left hand. But he got more than enough and landed it at the perfect spot.
The perfect spot. And then the crazy thing is that
he knew it. Davis knew it.
Yeah, nobody thought that Tank Davis was going to stop Ryan Garcia with a body shot.
No.
Maybe a headshot, maybe knock him out, but stop him with a body shot. Wow.
And it was a left hook by the southpaw that did it, making the liver quiver and stopping Ryan Garcia.
And I think there were people that felt Davis might be a better body puncher in this, but if a body punch of one was going to make a difference, it was more thought to be Garcia that might do it. But it was, in fact, Gervonta Davis. And as you pointed out, Mauro,
Gervonta Tank Davis, 5th appearance in Las Vegas, headlining his 7th consecutive pay-per-view.
As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch him up, good luck.
The Ghost, Martin, the Bell, and round 1, and Davis having a little fun with the whole Ghost nickname, a part of the Ghostbusters theme. His team has t-shirts.
And Martin's a really good one, just like Tank. And so far, he's the only one who's been landing so far with jabs. There's a jab from Tank. But Martin's been landing the left hand to the body and a straight left hand. He's ahead in this round so far.
Martin averages about 48 punches a round. Under a minute left here in the first. High guard of Tank Davis. Very smart pressure.
Yeah, both fighters really alert right now.
Hands were low and then explosive.
Tank putting on really good pressure right now. Even though he's not throwing anything, he's making Frank Martin work by Tank.
He really was incredible in that what was supposed to be a 50-50 fight against the then unbeaten Michel Rivera. He took Rivera to school, the biggest win of his career, and became more aggressive. So again, high IQ, compact, short punches. There's a counter left hand to the body by Tank Davis. Davis missed with the lead left, but avoids the sweeping left from Frank Martin.
You can just sense it. Anything can happen in any given moment.
Yeah, you know
Tank Davis fight. Oh, nice counter to the body by Davis.
When Davis misses, Martin comes back.
Davis missed there with a sweeping right hook.
And you saw how Frank Martin got under him, turned around, and stopped the whole affair.
Now the jab through the guard by Martin.
The question I've got, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, is can Martin
keep it up for 12 rounds?
Not just keep it up, but get the respect of Tank with a hard shot.
And there's what he wants to do and create is an opening. He wants Martin to make a mistake to open up and, you know, land a big shot.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? You go into a Tank Davis fight, the key is, well, you got to open up eventually, try to beat him, but that's exactly what he wants you to do.
Yes.
He wants you to open up. Yeah, but again, he's never faced an athlete like Frank Martin.
No, I agree, but there's a lot of mental strength.
And a guy who's really ready mentally and otherwise. I get what you're saying, but...
Yeah, same here.
It's only round number 3.
Yeah, exactly, but, you know, this
There's a nice left hand from Davis, lead left hand.
This is not going to stop with the pressure. I can guarantee he's not going to back up tonight. He's going to keep this pressure up all night.
Beginning to put pressure on. here in the third round, even more so. And there's a 1-2 from the southpaw. And he actually, I heard him say that he didn't feel Martin had power in the corner after the last round. Of course, Martin with 12 out of 18 wins via knockout, but just not known for the fight-altering power that Tank Davis possesses. Pound for pound, one of the heaviest hitters in the sport. And he has Martin now in the corner.
He does.
And there's the jab, and there's that counter left. Jab to the body by Davis. 1-2 over the top by Martin.
I agree, but you know, that can only last so long. You don't want to keep tempting fate with Tank Davis.
And the ability for Tank Davis to really just move the millimeters, his defense, his ability to utilize his ring IQ and his boxing skills. Yes, it's not even so much as an exciting fighter. Good combination lands for Martin.
Winning the first 3 rounds.
And that's no surprise if you follow the career of Tank Davis. And Davis, though...
Martin's doing all the right stuff.
Yes, yes, he is.
A beautiful body shot by Davis.
Let him go, Frank. Let him go. Quick.
And of course, you got Martin leading, taking those rounds. And again, like you said, Joe, he's doing all the right things. Volume, 1, 2, 3, back to the jab, moving to the side, not giving Davis any moments to get off.
Davis. Power punches, huge edge for Martin. Again, he's known for low output, high accuracy, explosive counters. The left uppercut. Wow, then Martin was a wrestler, turning this into a wrestling match.
That was definitely a wrestling
Looking for that level change into what was almost a power double attempt. Not the right sport here. Nice lead left lands for Davis. Goes downstairs.
That's smart of Tank to go to the body instead of Frank Martin's. Very hard to hit to the head, and he landed some solid body shots on Frank Martin.
That was an arm punch also, breaking down the arms.
Watch your heads, watch your heads.
Very much going according to what I guess a lot of experts planned, that Martin would bank early rounds and then we'd see what would happen in the second half of the fight. Well, Tank even went public on social media, predicted a 9th round knockout of Frank Martin. 30 seconds left, and Martin said, hey, watch it, I can knock out Tank Davis too, you know.
Again, you can't get repetitive if you're Martin.
No way.
Davis is reading you.
Instantly, he'll respond there. The left hand. Now Davis beginning to open up. The crowd anticipating it. Being hit with the first flush shot from Gervonta Tank Davis. And Martin's trainer, Derek James, talking about the jabs and but Davis with a much better connect percentage.
And he also did ask him, you're not getting hurt with any of those shots. He said no.
And there you go.
But he
That's
said
the answer. But he hasn't been hit with a flush shot
No,
yet.
but he said, but the body shots, yes.
Good escape by Martin.
Just show his head, Frank.
Lead, nice left hand from Martin. Good trajectory change, level change, the jab downstairs. Martin continues to back up Davis, walking forward, short steps. The vision.
Nice.
Fully locked in. Good defense. Martin, Davis saying, bring it. Of course he wants him to bring it. Take it counter with the left.
Yeah, don't stay on the ropes, Martin.
Frank Martin pulling some real magic tricks out of the corner there and off the ropes to avoid getting tagged by. Now the right side, look at the right cheek of Tank Davis. It's getting swollen, it's red there. Those left hands have been landing on that side of the face. So he's doing a little damage, Frank Martin.
He's landed 49 total punches compared to Tank's 32, but as always, Tank.
Good jab by Frank Martin.
Yeah,
he's
really
been using
jab.
it very well tonight. At the right time, he's timing that jab well.
Uppercut, right hook by Davis. The jab to the midsection by Davis on Frank Martin, and the left hand by Davis. A good counter by Martin.
think Frank Martin's having a good round again this round.
He's banking these rounds just based on more output.
Yeah, and you heard Calvin Ford saying, "Look, we knew he was going to move." Well, of course. I mean, what would you do? So he's just reassuring Tank. Yeah, he's moving now, but you keep the pressure on. You'll get to him eventually.
Davis looking to try to keep.
This is a dance for Martin.
Nice straight left
one
pops.
step ahead.
Davis pops Martin.
He gets it back.
And that's how you get him off rhythm.
The best ever connect percentage against Tank Davis was Leo Santa Cruz, but Davis knocked him out. Tank Davis, but Davis is getting closer and closer with a minute and a half left in the first half of this 12-round affair. And Tank lands a chopping left hand as he's allowed to walk in uncontested.
Well, that's the second session out of that corner, but that was the only one he landed. Frank Martin pulled a nice Houdini out of that corner on that first set of punches that Tank was throwing out.
Yeah, Tank definitely not respecting that power from Martin, getting in easy. But again, Martin just let out that jab. He's got to get back on the jab.
Oh, there's the jab and the left follow-up left from Davis. A rare combination in the early going. A minute left here in the first half of the fight.
So
Davis told us his favorite and best knockout was the 2020 knockout of the year against Leo Santa Cruz, who he and Esau Cruz were the two fighters that really tried to pressure Tank in the early going, to try to really bring it to him. And again, Martin is doing what Martin set out to do, and got to be ahead on the scorecards just based on the output, right, guys?
I would not disagree with that, although Tank is having his best round so far.
This is where Tank Davis is going to start to pick it up. We're heading into the second half of the fight.
But not by much.
And we begin the second half of this championship bout, a battle of unbeatens. Gervonta Tank Davis defending his 135-pound belt against Frank the Ghost Martin.
I know he does not want to open up. He doesn't want to give anything to Davis. But again, he has to keep him busy.
Oh, there's a left hand to the body and the right by Davis. Martin just avoiding that counter, but now Martin half forced to wrestle, and the referee.
Nice combo by Martin, though. Look,
every time he keeps him busy with his combinations.
Keeps moving. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to.
Here's the thing that Tank Davis is concentrating on. He's looking for a straight left hand. He's
single
looking
shots.
He's looking
for a double jab left from Davis. Now Davis chopping down on Martin. Martin against the ropes, trying to use the wing block with his left arm. Moves to the center of the ring again. Trying to create the angle. Oh, wow. Standing in front of Davis like that. High guard, dangerous. Davis misses with the lead left uppercut, but then follows up with another left hand. And Frank Martin forced to retreat on the back foot, but Martin unable to fire back.
Yeah, he's being more
building.
Yes, he's being more stationary now, Frank Martin. Tank is just walking in so comfortable.
And Davis has definitely muted the offense of Frank Martin for the first time in this fight. Davis is throwing more punches than Frank Martin and really opening up lead here in terms of total punches connected in this round.
In that last session right there, Frank Martin covered up well.
Counter left from Frank Martin that jolted Davis.
That's the counter he's been looking for.
Neither fighter has ever been down as a pro. Final 15 seconds left in the seventh. It's been Davis's best round in terms of offensive output, just missing with the left, and it's on cue. It's round 7. It begins. And the jab goes to work for Martin to the body.
Yeah, he stopped throwing that.
Martin still has a slight advantage in terms of total punches landed, but the gap is closing, and Davis double left hand.
Martin's got to stay out of the corners if he wants to stay in this fight.
Steal the rounds like that.
That's right. Look, he's got room to move when he's not in the corner or on the ropes, you know, and that's the safest place for him. That was a low blow right on the
And our
on the
unofficial
leg.
score, Joe Goosen, has Davis closing the gap on the scorecards. 2 minutes left in the 8th.
We haven't seen body work from Martin. I want to see that left to the body.
Oh, left uppercut. That's it.
Down goes Martin! Mamma mia! 6, 7. It's like Tank Davis scripts this stuff.
Here's the corner. Frank should not be in there. We were talking about that. He's just setting himself up for big trouble here. There's the uppercut, and there's the left hand.
Wow.
Once he stunned him with that uppercut, he was defenseless. He was already halfway out. The left hand just put him completely out, and that was the end of the game.
And this fight reaches a crush-endo. Gervonta Davis, loving life, 14-month layoff, the longest layoff of his career. Took his time, and then, guys, he closed the show emphatically.
I don't know who's going to beat this guy at 135, maybe even 140. He's almost looks unbeatable. You know,
that left hand is just lethal.
Yeah.
Whether it's a straight left, a left cross, a left uppercut, the left hand of Tank Davis is legendary.
Yeah. Wow. You could almost feel it coming.
He stunned Martin with that left.
Yeah, the left uppercut. Now his hands are down. Now he's defenseless. Right there. But Martin should have known better than to be on the ropes. He was doing well, center of the ring, like we talked about.
The undefeated WBA lightweight champion of the world,